that we get to do this show. We are at episode 45 today, and Alvin and I have an exciting show for you all. We have a few things we're going to show you. There's a few questions that you have sent in earlier through the day. So thank you for that. We appreciate the questions coming early. It gives us a bit of a chance to do a little bit of research and get back to you with a solid answer. And of course, we have a guest for us today as well. But I want to start the show by asking you one thing. Two things. Two things. Okay, and we start the show off every time with a little icebreaker or a question of the day. And the first thing you need to do is to comment below and let us know where you're streaming in from. Okay, so maybe you're from Malaysia, maybe you're from really, really far away. Comment below where are you streaming in from, and answer this question. The question for today is: what animal are you most fascinated with? So comment below where are you streaming in from. Now, what animal fascinates you the most? Maybe it's a cat, maybe it's a dog, maybe it's a snake, maybe it's a spider. I would love to know. Alvin, you go first. Tell us where you're streaming in from and what animal fascinates you the most. I actually don't know the answer to this.
I like this question. So I'm tuning in from Kajang, and the animal that fascinates me the most are elephants. I love elephants because I find them to be what I call gentle giants. They are big, they are huge, they are strong, but they're really gentle. And every time I watch documentaries or National Geography, you can see animals. I like to say like very family oriented. They go together. The big one will look after the small one. So there's a lot of love going on. But at the same time, if you were to disturb the elephants, they get really angry and they are quite stronger, and they would chase after you. So elephants fascinates me the most. And when I saw these questions, Noel, is another point that hits me. Elephants also very interestingly, you see them in circus, right? And they are being tamed, you know. And it also reminds me that elephants are like some of us. We are really, really strong, just that we don't know our full potential yet. If you really tell the elephant that, hey, that rope in the circus that is holding you, you can just walk away and pull down the whole circus. And that's how most of us, that's how I see a lot of the people, including myself, that, hey, we got this superpower in us. If we just believe in ourselves, we all like elephant can just unleash our superhero superpower in us. So elephants fascinates me the most, Noel.
Love
And
that.
how
When's the last you saw an elephant? Like in real life?
wow,
Or
I
have
think
you
it'll be a
never?
couple.
I don't think I've seen an elephant in real life. Maybe I have. Have you?
I think a few years ago when I visited Zoo Negara.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. You would have. Awesome. So there you go, everybody. Alvin has shared that he's streaming from Kajang,
Elephants.
and the animal that he's most fascinated with is the elephant. So if you're just tuning in, we're asking our little question of the day. Comment below where are you streaming in from and what animal fascinates you the most. I'm going to read a couple of responses that came in, and then I'll tell you what my answer is. Um, there we go. Marissa says she's going to have a shower. No, Marissa, you can't go have a shower. Hi, Penny. There we go. Ilandi is streaming from Home Sweet Home Petaling Jaya. And where's the animal? Ilandi. Okay, and she's fascinated by the giraffe. The fact that they are with such long necks. Actually, yeah, it's mind-boggling how that works. Thank you for answering and sharing that with us. Penny's having a swollen head. Oh, I hope you feel better. Harin Sekon is streaming from Malaysia, from Petaling Jaya, PJ, and he's most fascinated by the lion. I love that. And there's a couple more answers, but I'm going to use that and actually take this chance to answer mine. I'm streaming from TTDI KL, and I'm going to say the lion as well. And I'm literally really fascinated by the lion. I go listen to YouTube videos where they talk about the lion. You know that there are videos where, like, if you like a certain animal, go YouTube and the characteristics of an elephant, for example, and you hear the most inspiring, the most lots of facts that will make you like that animal even more. So I've been doing that with lions. And a few things about the lion is that number one is it's not the biggest. animal in the jungle. It's not the fastest animal in the jungle, but it's been given the term the king of the jungle. So when the lion roars,
Right.
everyone knows like okay, everyone fall in place. And the giraffe and the elephant is afraid of the lion, depending on the situation. Like if one lion with 10 elephants, maybe not. But you would think that the elephant is bigger, and why is it afraid of the lion, right? So that fascinates me, that it's the king of the jungle. There's two, if you read the Bible, there's two animals in the animal kingdom that God actually associates with. One is the eagle, and one is the lion. So that really makes me fascinated with the lion. That's, and if you're wondering, like, have you ever seen a lion face to face? I haven't, but I've heard a lion roar like miles away. It was like far away from some zoo. And the thing is, when it roars, you hear it, and like you feel it in your bones when it roars, which is just it's crazy, and you know that that's the lion. So that's my answer. Comment below while I pass it over to Alvin to introduce you and tell you what we have in store for you today. Keep those comments coming because we are still going to read them out. Over to you, Alvin.
Yes. And if you are watching this live on Facebook, LinkedIn, I invite you to share this live so that you can reach out to more people. And whether you're on Instagram, LinkedIn, or Facebook, post your questions below. And Noel and I is going to answer them in our last segment, Ask Us Anything. I invite you to our next segment, Discovery of the Week, where Noel and I discover something new and would like to share it with you. And I'm looking here at my list. I love this cold shower, Noel. What is cold shower?
Yeah, so I'll go first. So our discovery of the week, I like to always say that it's almost like a rediscovery of the week. Is I've been playing around with cold showers. See, this time it's not about food, right? Um, Cold showers, and I've always dabbled around with cold showers. Not like sitting in the ice bucket, although research shows that there's benefits to doing that. But just going and standing under the shower without the heater on. And to me, that's uncomfortable. I always like a shower that's not cold. So at least a little warm or a hot shower. That's what I would naturally want to do. And again, this comes about by me challenging myself to do the hard thing. Once again, inspired by Alvin, to do the hard thing. And I've done cold showers before. I can stand under the shower without the heater on, and it's uncomfortable. But I always used to do it like after a run or after the
Mm.
sauna, and then it's easy because your body's hot, right? So I did a bit of reading, and I have a bunch of friends who are doing this thing where they do it first thing in the morning. You wake up, brush your teeth, into the shower, cold shower. This is like five something in the morning. The worst time. You would never want to do a cold shower. That's the hardest, right? So I've been doing that. I've done it, I believe, 4 days in a row now. And the first time I did it, I'm not exaggerating, but it changed my life.
Do you scream or not, Noel?
No, but I stood there and I negotiated with the shower. I'm like, it's on. Do I just touch a little bit? Like everything, like touch, dab first, try to get it. And then if you think about it, like this is just stupid. How am I doing this, right? So the first day there was a lot of negotiation with me and the water. Second day, because the first day I felt like, wow, this is mind blowing. Haven't even had my coffee yet. Just brushed my teeth. I felt so good. I was really looking forward. Like that day, I was going to bed, and I'm like, tomorrow I'm going to get up and have a shower. But after brushing the teeth, it's like, oh, do I have to? And here's the thing: it's I could just not do it and tell people that I did it. Nobody would know. But who am I kidding? I'm just kidding myself. So I did it. Today's the fourth day. Today was the easiest, meaning no more negotiation. Like on the shower, I realized that the faster you get under the water, the easier it is. And you may have heard about all the benefits of a cold shower. There's benefits to your physical health, your mental health. There's reducing inflammation, increasing testosterone. There's so many things that you can read. But for me, the reason why I like it and the reason why I'm doing it is I want to start the day with something hard, something uncomfortable. Because if like if I can endure 3 minutes of that, I think the rest of the day is just gonna get easier. I feel like wearing a little tag that says that, you know what I did this morning? You know what I did this morning? So like the day has like nothing that could surprise me. So it's just that's the reason I do it. If you've never tried it, I invite you to do it. Will it be hard? Yeah, and that's the whole point. Because if it's comfortable, that means the water's not cold enough. So that's my little sharing. If you're curious about this, then go Google or do a lot of research. There's this guy called Wim Hof who has a way
Mhm.
of breathing, but he's ice water, Alvin. That's like different
Yes.
territory where he goes and
All right.
submerges himself in the ice. Why? Because there are benefits to bathing in cold water, and there's people who there are benefits from bathing in warm water as well. So check it out if it interests you enough. If you're intrigued by it, if you're like saying that did it really change Noah's life that morning, like yeah, I look forward to it now. First thing in the morning, I wake up excited. But just before when I on the shower, there's a split second of hesitation and regret. But once it's over, 3 minutes only, I set a timer because like nothing more, right? It's I have no regrets. It's like I'm ready to start the day. So try it, and if you do, let me know how it goes. That's my little discovery
I
of the week
I'm so
for
proud
you.
of you, Noel. I'm so proud of you that you are doing something hard in the morning. Since you mentioned a cold shower, how I did it last time to make it a habit is I didn't have a shower head. Is pale, so it just all
Oh,
had to come. And over the years, I got used to it. And with shower head, that's easy. Now it becomes a habit. And I'm so proud of you, Noel.
thank you. I'm proud of myself too. I can't believe I do it,
I
but
think Kim is going to follow you next.
yeah, we'll see. We'll see. All right.
And
Moving on.
my discovery of the week, I would like
Yes.
to share a quote that I heard for the past week, and it just kind of like come into my life this week. And the quote goes like this: not every conversation have to be comfortable, but they have to be made possible. I'm going to say that one more time.
Mm,
Not every conversation have to be comfortable, but they have to be made possible. And this is a quote that Lauren shared with me during our mentoring call. And it invited me to ask difficult questions or have difficult conversations with the people around me. For example, like with my clients, it invites me to ask them the difficult questions like, hey, what's wrong? Or hey, is there anything that I can help you besides training? Or maybe it's a difficult conversations about, hey, I would like to increase my price this year. Are you okay or not?
yeah.
So that's with clients. And also, it hits me the most, especially this month is the festive seasons. We meet friends and family. Also invites me to have difficult conversations with friends and family. For example, asking for support, asking for forgiveness, asking for
Yeah.
suggestions. Yeah. So every conversation not necessarily need to be comfortable, but they need to be made possible. And going through this process, I learned, especially this discovery of the week, is that by having really uncomfortable conversation with the people you don't feel like having, that's where the most growth happens. That's where the most satisfaction happens. Like, oh, I didn't know my clients would say, okay, I've been hiding 3 years to say, can I increase my price or not? But they're like, yeah, Alvin, you did a great job. We'll be happy to, pay what your rate is, for example. So that's my discovery of the week. Not every conversation have to be comfortable, but they have to be made possible.
Notice how we are all doing a lot of uncomfortable things. It's like it's this thing Alvin started. But everybody, to those on Instagram, Marissa's already here. Thank you, Marissa, for being here early, for showing up, for accepting our invitation. And there she is. So we are doing a simultaneous
Hello.
stream, my friends. We are streaming on Instagram, we are streaming on Facebook, we are also streaming on LinkedIn, and you may be watching this live or you may be watching a recording. Let me introduce Marissa first. Um, I can't remember when I met you, Marissa. I think it was at when we used to train at Fuel or District 13. That's probably where I may have first met you. But to everyone watching this, and it's like, who's Marissa? Some people already know her, and they're like really wishing her on Instagram, which is great. Now, Marissa has been in the fitness and wellness industry since 2008. That's a long time. And we love having people who are here for a long time because that shows they're passionate. It's not that they do it for 2 years and they give up. Like this is
Right.
what they do for life, and that I love that about Marissa. She's certified by the American Council on Exercise, certified personal trainer, certified medical exercise specialist, holistic nutritionist from the School of Natural Health Sciences, and a nutrition and wellness consultant with the AFPA, which is the American Fitness Professionals and Associates. And she actually has a whole list of other things. And if you Google Marissa, you're gonna find out that wow, she's the person behind that. She's the person behind this. Yes, that's her. So welcome, Marissa. Thank you once again for being here. And I want to just kick this off by asking you just to kind of introduce yourself. Maybe I missed out something, but just tell our audience today a little bit about who you are and what do you do.
Well, thanks, Noel and Alvin, for having me. I'm really honored to be here. And thank you for that very generous introduction. Can you hear me? Is it okay?
All good,
Yeah,
loud and clear.
thank you. Your technical instructions were very clear, so I was hoping I'll get it all correct. Yes, so I've been in the wellness industry since 2008. I don't think I would have even remembered that myself. It definitely is a passion. I started off as a fitness trainer and then quickly got into nutrition because it was definitely two things that go together. I do say you can never outrun a bad meal. So, putting the two and two together. And what my heart has been in the last couple of years is with Nourish Me, with my business partner, Alexandra, and really just trying to touch as many Malaysians as we can. I mean, hopefully we go regional. That food is one of the key, it is absolutely key to your health. Of course, fitness is as well. But if you're not eating right, then like I said, you can't outrun a bad diet. You can't outrun a bad diet because eating is what we do every single day, right? How many hours a day? If you look at it, it's something that consumes our majority, a long time, many hours, many years of our life. So if we're not taking care of what we put inside our body, then we're not going to be living our life to the fullest. And I think also food is medicine, if you're going to look at it. And food is enjoyment as well. It's not just about eating for the sake of eating. Yes, food is fuel, but food is medicine as well. And I think for me, it's how much of a natural life can you live? And when you look at it, the things that keep us healthy are the things that are not fight-free, but almost, you can avoid medication and you can avoid doctors and avoid hospitals as long as possible if you get outside, walk, exercise, and go to fitness studios and then nourish your body with the right food. So Nourish Me is a huge part. I also still do my fitness because I just absolutely love it. I love working out with people. I love shouting at people. I love making them sweat. And there's a lot of enjoyment in that. And yeah, I'm a mother as well. So I got a daughter and a son. So that they really inspire me to live and continue living a very healthy lifestyle. So they say children mirror you. So I have to be a good example. So they really are one of my biggest inspirations to keep on doing what I do.
I love that, Marissa. I love that when you mentioned that, you are what, like the saying goes, you are what you eat, right? I think that's why you founded Nourish Me Asia. Maybe can you share with us a little bit about what Nourish Me Asia is all about? And what is Plant Power Cleanse? You have like some special programs or special guidelines that you go with it?
Yeah. So Nourish Me has actually been around for a few years. So my business partner, Alexandra or Alex, she was one of the first people to actually do the healthy food delivery about nine years ago. It was actually called Lunch to You. And I was one of her customers back then. And just over the years, we connected through different projects. When I was with Julie B, we engaged her. We also created this thing called the Lifestyle School, where we did nutrition, fitness, and mindfulness. And then just over 2 years ago, I approached her with another project, and I said, "Hey, I've been thinking about doing providing plant-based meals to people because the whole the whole trend was really catching on, and people would look at my Instagram and they go, oh, do you provide the meals that you post up?" And I'm like, no, I take the joy out of cooking and stuff. And then I spoke about it a bit more, and Alex said, let's do it. She's really good at the kitchen. She's really good at the kitchen. I call her the food alchemist, and then I'm the general. So yeah, so you can see why I like shouting at people and getting them into line. We really thought that this would be another little side project, that we would maybe have a small group of people that would join us every quarter. So we launched it at the end of, what was it, 2018, to launch in 2019. And with the minimal marketing that we did on Instagram, we had 20 people lined up already for the new year. And then we thought, okay, the next enrollment is going to be in about 3 months. And then from that one, we already had people lined up for February. And it just kept rolling from February to March to April. By the time we got to the end of the year, we were doing 2 cleanses a month, because we wanted to limit the amount of people per week, just so we could keep quality. And also because we were in contact with the people. We had started off with a WhatsApp group with the people that joined.
So how does this work, Marissa? As in, like, because you said that you have people like lining up and waiting, like is it like a few weeks of planned meals where you do all the thinking for them and you deliver it? How does it work? Or do they have to come and eat at your restaurant, or do you have a restaurant? How does this plant power cleanse work?
Okay, so Nourish Me is completely, we don't have a premise. It's a healthy food delivery business. So there's 2 products, which is our daily meals, and we serve 3 meals a day. You've got a choice of 3 meals a day from Monday to Friday. Actually, two of your heroes from Daily Muscle were on our meals. And then the 7-day plant power cleanse is that. It's set meals for 7 days, and you get your lunch, dinner, and a snack delivered every day. So the food is prepared freshly every morning and gets delivered to them. And you get a guidebook with that, which guides you on what to have for breakfast, if you're hungry and you've got some other snacks. Things like starting the morning with hot lemon water, warm lemon water, or we even suggest celery juice for those people that can take it, because not everyone can take celery juice, be it the taste or actually some of them actually get digestive issues. And they're on the plan. Everyone's on the same plan for 7 days. And the thing about the plant power cleanse, apart from being plant-based, it's free from gluten, grains, legumes, corn, soy, and processed sugar. So we basically took out some of the main allergens and just kept it really clean. So the whole idea for the plant power cleanse is a gut reset. So when you're taking things out like grains and gluten and legumes, because legumes are good for you, but they can cause a lot of gas, then you're beginning to, majority of people will start benefiting from the digestive, from their gut health. And that's where we're seeing that's where we saw a lot of benefits from. And people would just come back and they go, okay, I've got no more bloating, I've got, no more gas, the bowel movements have improved. And once these things start improving, energy levels increase, skin is brighter, eyes are brighter. We've had amazing results, and this is in 7 days. So it's amazing.
7 days, wow.
It's amazing how quick the body can heal itself. We had someone who had postpartum depression. I mean, this was one of the most amazing ones. She was suffering from postpartum depression. She went on our cleanse, and by the end of the week, she said she was sleeping better, her mood had elevated, and she said even her husband had made a comment on how sprightly she was, and she just said it was such a relief for her to get out of that slump. And again, that's just through food. So it's evident how food affects our health, our mood. People's skin problems have cleared up, eczema, psoriasis. We're not saying it's cured, but it helped them. So they said, someone who had psoriasis, she said, look, I've done so much. I've been on medication, I've done this, I've done that. I went onto your plant power cleanse, and I'm finally seeing some improvement in my skin. So it's things like that. I think the plant power cleanse helps a lot of people take a step back and discover a little bit more about their body. We don't press about being vegan, but we definitely advise or suggest adopting more plants into your diet. because I think being in nutrition, being in wellness for so long, there's no one diet fits all, you know. But I think the plant power cleanse definitely helps to reset and reevaluate what you're eating, how much you're eating. Am I eating too many? Am I eating too much meat? How does meat make me feel? What vegetables can I eat? What vegetables cause me bloating? Because there are actually vegetables that do cause people bloating. Cauliflower is a common one. Broccoli, Brussels sprouts. So these are vegetables that can cause some people some discomfort. So just because they're good for you, they don't necessarily sit well with a lot of people. It's also the same with smoothies. So people go, oh, I take a smoothie in the morning, but I'm so bloated. So the thing is how much stuff you put in a smoothie, and then taking it from there. So sometimes people put 6, 7 types of fruits and vegetables in there, and that's all raw food. So there's a lot for
Sounds
your
like
body
Noel, right?
to digest. But it's okay because your body can take it.
Yeah.
Right? So yeah, I can take a smoothie with like 7, 8, 9, 10 ingredients in it, but someone else would just be like bloated and they go, I thought smoothies were good for you, and go, okay, let's take it back, let's taper it back a little bit, and start off with maybe 3 ingredients in there, Yeah. So it's just amazing, and that's what's really kept Alex and I going. I can tell you, food it's really stressful working with food. Because there's a lot of expectation when people receive their meal, right? And you're hoping that it's perfect. There's no damage. Nothing has fallen into the food. Trust me, it does happen, and it's not just with us. I mean, everywhere it happens. But you get, there's always that little every time the food goes out, you're just like, okay, hopefully no one messages. There's nothing's messed up, and then then you get pouring, and then what pours in is more the positive stuff. Oh my God, this meal is amazing. I didn't know plants could be so delicious. How do you guys do it? And then when all the benefits come in, and that really kind of just really keeps us going as well.
Yeah. I think it must be really rewarding being on your end, just seeing and getting the feedback from people. Because I mean, we in the wellness industry, we know that food heals, like you mentioned just now. Food can be a huge game changer for you, but people don't realize, because not everyone's going to sit and just focus on their meals and prep things for a whole week. And here you are able to do that for them, and they have everything sent to them, and they actually follow the plan, and they see the results. And it sounds like it's a quick fix or some sort of a magic pill that you're selling, but it's not. It's really just food. And I hope this inspires people to just eat better.
Yeah, I mean, and it can be difficult for some people. I won't lie. There'll be people who will message us and go, I'm so hungry. And I'll say, you've got to give yourself a couple of days for your body to adapt to a different source of energy. You've been used to digesting meat, carbohydrates, and that's what your body's used to for energy. And now it doesn't get that. So there can be fatigue at the beginning. We also get people to cut out caffeine. So no coffee.
Wow. Wow, okay, that's a big one.
And the reason why we do that is because, not because coffee is bad for you, it's also because this is a time to evaluate your body and what you need. And often people need coffee when they wake up. And we feel like if coffee is the first thing that you reach for to get your engine going, then you need to switch. You can't be reliant on coffee. You've got to allow your body to wake up itself. So we have cortisol, right? We've got to allow the cortisol to release in our body, and that's what gets us up. Or, Noel, the cold shower, that wakes you up.
You're going to suggest that, Noel?
No, it's true.
Yeah.
I feel like I don't need a coffee after that. I just drink it because I think I need to drink my coffee now. It's amazing.
It's a habit, right? Yeah, your coffee. But yeah, and then also people begin to, and so I said, try and not have the coffee for that week. We actually suggest to people to start cutting out a few days before, so it's not a shock to the system on Monday. So that's another thing that people will feel. They'll have headaches for the first few days. The ones who are really caffeine dependent, they'll be like, take about 3 or 4 days before the coffee subsides. And again, it's just amazing just to listen to people's resilience and their commitment to the program. And they're like, got a bad headache, but I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this. And then when they finally clear, they're like, wow, this is amazing. And actually, they end this, and they just think, I can't wait to have a coffee on the following Monday. But then they realize, oh, okay, I don't desperately need it, but I do want it because they miss the ritual and they miss the taste.
Yeah. Wow.
So I guess what I'm going to do is I'm going to put, like you mentioned about Nourish Me, I'm going to put the link where people can know more about this program in the description below. I think there's so much more in depth that people can find out about your program, your plans, and how you do it in your website or your Instagram page.
Yeah, the website's good. Nourishme.asia.
Website. Perfect.
Yeah.
Now, Marissa, I know that you wear many hats. I can see you are so passionate about nutrition. What are some other things that you do that when I look through your Instagram, I can see that you have movement, you're doing PT, and you're also a mom. Can you share a little bit about what else you do?
What else do I have time to do? I mean, I was actually had this conversation, and I said, I don't know what my hobby is, because like, well, what is it that I enjoy doing? It always seems to involve moving. But my husband and I own a capoeira school, the Brazilian martial art, and I haven't trained for many years. I kind of lost touch with training once I got pregnant, and I had to take care of the kids at night, and my husband was training in the evening. So actually, recently, I've been bringing that back in, and we do it on a Sunday morning. So now, with where I'm at, it's actually finding enjoyment or using my body and putting it to other skills. So I've done the training. I think I've got a good foundation. So what is it that I can do with that now? And so going back into capoeira out of enjoyment rather than the mindset of training. Like I want to go and enjoy it. So that was definitely something that I've added back in, and it's become a real family outing in the park and stuff like that. And what was the other one that I want? Oh, I tried to get back to pole dancing as well, but I just didn't have time to do it.
So you're still teaching group fitness as well. Do you still teach classes to groups?
Yeah, I do. At the moment now, I'm doing my own classes outdoors. So just really enjoying the outdoors as well.
Yeah.
So Alvin, you got me on that one. I need to find 2022 is going to actually be finding my hobby. Yeah.
Go for it.
Yeah, the things that I do, I love, but it's like, what is it that I'm really doing for me? Yeah.
Yeah, and this just came to mind, Marissa. It's not part of what we discussed, but you did and when you came in just now, someone was yelling something about burpees as well. Alvin's a burpee guy. Alvin holds the Malaysian Book of Records, most number of burpees done back to back, like 2,000 over something. He's the record holder.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my God! Alvin, we got to talk so I can bring back the burpee challenge.
Yeah, so tell us about this burpee challenge that you held. I believe it was some kind of a fundraiser. How did that come about, and how did it go?
Yeah, I think with the pandemic, and I'm friends with Timmy, who is our Malaysia's leading child activist advocate, and she just kept posting all these things on her, need funds, need money, these families can't eat and stuff, and I was just like, okay, I've got to do something. And the fitness community it's a strong community, right? So I thought, okay, let's get the fitness people together. And I actually thought about it last year, but it just didn't quite happen with, in and out of lockdown, trying to survive business and stuff like that. And then beginning of the year, I just felt like the start of 2021 was a little bit like, right? We just went from 2019, I can't even get my dates anymore, 2020 to 2021. And I was like, I personally needed something to really uplift me. So I said, okay, I'm going to get together a group of fitness trainers. We're going to do 1,000 burpees each, and we're going to raise money. And I actually just capped it, and I said, we'll be lucky if we can each raise 1,000 ringgit or something for the efforts that we do. And we ended up raising, I think, 30,000 ringgit. And we did, how many of us? There was 13 of us, yeah. So we did, so it was more than, it was like triple that we managed to raise. So that was amazing. And it was on every level. We got together to do our burpees on Zoom, or if we could meet up at the park. So there was that community aspect. There was us keeping our fitness levels, and we were raising money for a good cause. So it was really amazing. And I did it again in June as well, because again, funds were low. Got together another group of trainers, and this time, because it wasn't just trainers, it was also friends or who wanted to join. I said, you set the bar. However many burpees you can do in a week, and you raise money. And yeah, we managed to raise again another 30,000 plus. So,
Wow,
fantastic. Love it, Marissa. That's amazing.
yeah.
You know what? The next time you have any event, hook Noel and I up. We will do your burpees. Noel is going to do burpees. When
I didn't say
Noel
anything
do
but burpees, okay? But I'll help out. I'll help out.
Noel is going to raise
No,
triple
I
digit,
think,
Marissa.
yeah, and I got the German school, the German International School. They did it with their students. And then also Fire Fitness also did it. Some of the trainers did it. So it's been really awesome. And actually, my idea was to get more gyms involved, more corporates involved. So yeah, hopefully I can get back to it. But I mean, I would love to have a talk with you guys as well and get Daily Muscle and Alvin. With you being a record holder of the Burpee Challenge, that's going to be awesome. So maybe we should do something for 2022.
Sure.
Yes, we shall.
Just you have Alvin's email address. I'll send it to you later.
You have both of us supporting you, Marissa.
Yeah.
Now, Marissa,
So how many burpees? Wait, Alvin, how many burpees was it?
I did
What's the record?
2,727.
In how long?
In 8 hours.
Wow. That's
All right.
amazing.
We
Well
keep that
done
for
to you.
I'll share more with that over a coffee, Marissa. Now, one thing that you like to know, Marissa, what is the most important thing you learned being in the health and wellness industry? What is your top advice? What is your secret? What is one thing that enlightens you every morning?
That it's definitely a lifestyle, and it's your own journey. As much as you can, like, look to social media for inspiration and motivation, but not comparison. How one person achieves what they do is their journey, it's their body, it's their genetic makeup, it's their, everything about them is individual. Somebody might cut out rice and lose weight, and then you decide to do it and it doesn't work, or this person does this workout this many times a week, and they, find your path and enjoy it. You have to enjoy it. Of course, there's going to be hard days. Even for myself, and I still, there are hard days. There's days that but I'll say there's very little I don't want to do it, because you know how good it makes you feel at the end of the day. Putting good food into your body, getting yourself to move. I mean, there's really nothing negative about it, whether, and find your why. Why are you doing this? I think that's so important. Like, why? And I mean, for me, it just makes me feel good. It elevates my mood. And I think that it's your one free medicine. Like, you're feeling down, go out and get some sunshine, go and just sweat it out a little bit, and you'll feel your mood just lift up a little bit, So, don't kill yourself in the process.
So true. And there's so many takeaways there. It's like she summarized like what we talked about in 20 shows. little bit of everything, which is true, right? So and when someone's passionate about what they do and you've been in the industry for so long, and you ask them what is their takeaway in what they're doing, it's actually a long list of things that are real, and I can relate to every single thing that Marissa just said. And if a lot of you watching this show may also be able to relate. Thank you for sharing that, Marissa. We're about to kind of wrap this up. There's a bunch of questions I want to ask you. So I don't know if you've watched our shows before this, but this is like a little rapid fire question. So have you ever done speed dating before? Have you ever done speed dating?
No.
Okay. So I haven't either. I haven't either. So I'm going to ask you the question. You answer that's right, the fitness.
Oh my gosh.
Fitness speed dating. So I'm going to ask you a question and just answer the first thing that comes to your mind. Ken?
Okay.
You ready?
Yes.
Say I'm ready. Okay. 7 a.m. workouts or 7 p.m. workouts?
7 a.m.
What is one must-have thing in your refrigerator?
Coconut milk.
Squats or deadlifts?
Squats.
Dumbbells or kettlebells?
Dumbbells.
What is the first thing you do when you get up in the morning?
Meditate.
If you could work out with anyone in the world, dead or alive, who would it be?
Oh my god.
Okay, let me change it for you. Let me change it. If you could cook or have a meal, a healthy meal with anyone in the world, dead or alive, who would it be?
Johnny Depp.
Wow.
Wow.
Running on a treadmill or running outdoors?
Definitely outdoors.
Okay, if you headed outdoors tomorrow for a run and you found a bag, a paper bag that has $10 million inside and it has your name on it, you don't have to return it, it's yours. What would you do with it?
There's a few things. I'll definitely put it into an investment that I can make sure I can live off the interest. And then a large portion of that would be to help those in need, given the current situation. Yeah.
Okay, last two questions.
Yeah.
If you had to eat one meal for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Oh my gosh. I often talk about this one. It's so hard. If only one meal, not even one cuisine, one meal for the rest of my
No, one meal, like
life.
every day, like this is the only thing on the menu you get to eat. What would you be stuck with?
Oh my goodness. Nasi lemak.
There you go. You're more Malaysian than you think. Yeah.
You know why? The rice tastes good. You've got cucumber, you've got egg, you've got,
Balanced diet, right?
Absolutely. Okay. Last question. What is something that you are not good at, or what is something that you've failed at?
Whew. Well, there's no failure in trying, right? So I wouldn't say failed. One thing that I'm not good at. Oh my god. You know what? I'm also at running.
Okay.
Although I know how good it is for you. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
I'll
So it's
say
one thing you
running
want to
is
improve,
my
it's your
downfall.
running.
Yeah, I go in and out of it. Yeah, that kind of held me back in my Spartan dream day, my Spartan podium, hitting the podium for Spartan. My running is just not up to scratch.
Okay. Awesome.
Love
Thank you
it,
for
Marissa.
playing, Marissa. That
Yeah.
was awesome. Over to Alvin to wrap it up.
So Marissa, thank you so much for sharing with us your wisdom. We are grateful for your time and energy. I would just like to invite everyone tuning in on Facebook, LinkedIn, and Instagram to follow Marissa on her Facebook and on her Instagram. Marissa, is there anything besides nourishme.mind that you'd like me to add on?
Nourishme.asia.
.asia. Okay, I'll put the link to that in the description below. And if you're tuning in on Instagram, just head up, click on the icon, and you're able to see Marissa's Instagram handle on there. Marissa, before we let you go, anything else you'd like to say that we did not ask you?
I think you guys really covered everything. So I'd like to thank both of you. That I really enjoyed this talk this evening. So I want to say thank you both for having me. And that was fun on the rapid fire. That was good. Now I got a taste of speed dating. I'm ready to go.
That's right. You are. Awesome. Thank you,
Okay.
Marissa.
Take care,
Thank you for
Marissa.
being here.
Bye.
Catch you
Thanks.
soon. Bye-bye.
I love that. I love that every guest that comes in here always share something impactful that would stay with us throughout the whole episode, throughout the whole week. And I like one thing about Marissa is her energy. Notice that when she shares about the nutrition, about food, you are what you eat, it's more than just fueling your body. You can see that her face just brightens up. And that's something that we see in almost all guests, they're really passionate about what they do. So if you are watching this and you like something that Marissa has shared just now, I invite you to comment on Instagram. I can see all the heart is going up on Instagram. Comment on Facebook. and tag Marissa so that she knows that you are watching this. She knows that that's something that inspired you, because for trainers like Marissa, Noel, and myself, when we see something that we share and it touches you, resonates with you, it inspired us to give out more. It inspires us to do more of what we do. Okay, so remember that if you like something, comment, tag Marissa. So our next segment is Ask Us Anything. And this is one of our favorite segments because people throw questions to us over the week. And if you have any questions right now, all you have to do is comment your question below. We'll pin them up and Noel and I will answer them. So I'm going to bring the first question through.
Mm-hmm.
And the first question goes like this. How do quick fix products like fat burning pills and supplement work? So there's two parts to it. How do quick fix products like fat burning pills and supplement work? First part. And second part, how would you advise someone who is keen on trying all these products? Okay.
Wow.
So maybe Noel, I invite you to take the first part and then we can split this into two parts. So Noel, how do
Sure.
quick fix products like fat burning pills and supplement works? Imagine a client comes up to you and say,
Yeah, so I want to take this Noel. How does it work? The it's a tricky. Okay, we're trading into muddy waters now. It's hard to say whether yes these things work or yes these things don't work. There's a bit of science. There is research and science behind all these products. If you whatever item that's being sold, if you look at the labels, there is some research and science behind it that justify all the ingredients that are in there. There's caffeine, there's hunger suppressants, there's a whole bunch of things. So if you look at the label, it's like, wow, this is healthy stuff and it's going to help me burn fat. I think what people don't realize is that these fat burners are like a catalyst to what you're doing. If you just sat and watched TV and you took whatever, and there's so many kinds of fat burners now, like that we just tend to label them as fat burners. There's thermogenics, there's hunger suppressants, and I don't know, they keep coming up with new things. Alvin, the truth is like I've lost touch completely with what's even out there. There's so many kinds, right? So I can't really even comment, but I would say that all these products, if you ask me, number one is it can be a little bit dangerous. They come with a lot of contraindications, like if you have this, you can't take it. If you have this, we tend to overlook all those things. So make sure you read the label, you know what you're doing. Number two, the fat burners or supplements are not going to do the work for you. If anything, it's just a catalyst. So as I was trying to say just now, that if you just sat at home and just watched TV and did nothing else and just took these tablets, nothing's going to happen. You're just going to waste a lot of money. I have worked with clients who have taken products like this just to give them a little bit of an edge. Maybe instead of 8 pounds, they would lose 9 pounds after 2 months. That's the little edge that it gives. And again, please do your research. And I'm not recommending anything. In fact, if you ask me, I would say no, because you can actually achieve a lot just by changing your diet, changing what you eat, changing your lifestyle, changing your routine. Doesn't have to be some pill that you buy. And the dangerous thing about that, especially in the Malaysian market, there's all kinds of things that if you go and buy from Lazada and Shopee, and because like everyone's selling everything is unregulated, you don't really know what you're buying. And if you go and Google, I've read horror stories of happening in Malaysia, people selling all kinds of things, chocolate flavored drinks where you take it and you go to the toilet 6 times a day. There's all kinds of things out there, and it's just not worth the trouble, the risk of doing this, right? Do your research. Start your fat loss journey by changing your diet and adding exercise and movement to your routine first. Later on down the road, 6 months, 12 months, you're looking for an extra edge, then yes, look for a product that can help. Is it necessary? No. I know people who have lost all tons and tons of weight, but with no fat burners at all, just really changing the lifestyle, and it becomes something sustainable. That's what I would say about fat burners. Is again, it's a tricky subject. I'm not recommending it. Neither am I saying that there's no science behind it. There is some science behind it, but if I were you, I'm not gonna head out there tomorrow and quickly buy something off the shelves.
Love that, Noel. I think I'm just going to add on to
Mm.
when you mentioned do your research, which is really, really true. Because what do the supplements, what are the benefits? You need to look it up. So you can search on examine.com. I'm going to put the link to this website. Key in any supplements keywords, and it will show you the studies, the research of that particular supplement, and it will tell you whether is it effective or not effective, or whether is it a placebo, like you take it, it works, but it doesn't work. Examine.com, the link will be in the Facebook version. So once you do your research, do also remember to seek professional advice, whether is it your dietitian, your nutritionist, and get them to advise you because they know you better. They perhaps know or work with you, know your medical history, what you've done before, what you can or cannot do. So they are the best person to reach out to for any drastic change to your current diet. Okay, so you want to seek out professional advice first. Okay, lastly, if you have the mean for it, like certain fish oils or what, then with their consent and try it and assess, see whether is it helpful for you. After a few weeks, like no difference, then you write it down, and perhaps the fish oil is no difference for you. And I like that you mentioned that. No, I just want to add on to that is that no supplement is going to make a big changes to how you look, how you feel. Speaking from a general population point of view, most of it comes with the internal stuff like your mindful practice, your nutrition, your training, how you see health, fitness, and your life overall. That is the bigger game changer. So when you spend most of your time focusing on the bigger picture, everything else will somewhat falls in place, be it you losing weight if that is your fitness goal. Okay, bigger picture. I love these questions. I'm going to pin the next questions. Before that, if you have any questions, I invite you to comment your questions below on Instagram. You know how to do the questions. There's a little question mark box. You post your questions there. Noel will able to bring it up. Likewise on Facebook and LinkedIn. We got Imelda here saying hi from the UK to Noel and Marissa. Hi, Imelda. We got Lauren saying that any supplements and nutrition fact, do always check out ACSM. Yes, we're going to put the link to there. And we have Pat tuning in. Hi, Pat. Any questions on Instagram, Noel, before I bring up question 2?
No, there was actually a question earlier, which is about fat burners. So we actually kind of answered it. This was when Marissa was talking. Someone asked about fat burners, so we answered it.
So question 2 that's sent to us throughout the week is, what inspired Alvin and Noel to start a business in fitness? And how did you take that first step? What inspired us to start a fitness business, and how did we take the first step? Maybe I can share first, Noel, and then you chip in. What inspired me to start fitness is as I grow up, I always feel that I want to do something with my life, and that something is always to give or to be of service to others. And that's when I discovered the passion in fitness, that I really, really enjoy fitness and using fitness, growing fitness as my passion, where I see it as a tool to inspire change in people's life. And that is the first step that I decided that, hey, in my life, I don't want to climb the corporate ladder. I want to be in the fitness industry, and particularly being in a personal trainer. Why personal trainer? Because my first step into the fitness industry is working in a commercial gym. So I worked as a PT in a commercial gym for many years. I get my experience there, and I find that I really enjoy personal training, one-to-one, or at least 1 to 2 or 3, a small group training. And that's where I realized that, this is my passion. This is something that I enjoy doing, and I want to make money out of it. I want to make my life out of it. And therefore, I discover linking my passion in fitness into making it my life. And that's how I started. How about you, Noel?
Wow. Love this question. It's not what people normally ask us, and I enjoy answering this kind of question. What inspired me would be think many years ago when I first went to the gym and realized that wow, I can actually do something about my physique. I can actually go and put in some work in the gym and do a workout and feel better after that. And I could follow a routine and and start to shape my physique. And that was something like it was quite mind blowing because like wow, if I go to the work and if I go to work and I sat in front of the computer, I don't have that effect. I can't I can't change myself in that manner by something else. If I was a waiter, I can't. If I was what else is there? I was a grass cutter, I can't. You know what I'm saying? It's just random examples, but I found a lot of it was rewarding, and the fact that this can be a career too, that I could help other people experience the same thing. Really, I could help groups experience the same thing. I can coach people who are wanting to do the same thing. It's like, wow, I want to do that for a living. And so it's kind of like almost accidentally stumbled across because I went to the gym first. If I had never gone to the gym, probably wouldn't have happened. So something I seen, I experienced, I liked it, and I wanted to help other people um, overcome the same struggles that I had and I was able to overcome. So that's how I got that. That got me going. That got the ball rolling. But I didn't immediately, just open up a gym the next day. I actually continued to work. I studied IT and got studied computer science and worked in an IT company for what was it 7 8 years I think without starting. But I was training. I was kind of helping people, getting my hands wet in the fitness scene, getting my certification done, and then when I felt that the time was right, I took a leap, kind of like a leap of faith, because from a job which had a fixed income and security, now moving to something which is like just no guarantee, right? What could even happen? That's the scary part. That's the scary part. Having a fixed job, and just moving over to something uncertain. But I'm glad I did it. I'm glad I did it. I had supportive bosses who worked with me, who even told me, they made it easy for me, because they said that if this fitness thing doesn't work out for you, you can come back. We want you back. And they let me go. So I was like, okay, I can try it first, and then but like no, I was glad that I made that switch. So that's how I got started. So even in Alvin's case and in my case, you would see that there's like, if we just waited for everything to fall in place, it just won't happen. You just have
Yep.
to, if you have trust your gut instinct, and if you want to do it, go ahead and do it. But I did talk to people though. I did get advice from people. I wasn't acting on my own. And even up to today, and even I'll speak for Alvin also, like we make decisions on our business and how we work with our clients. We get advice and help from mentors and groups, mentoring groups where other fitness professionals help give ideas and help us improve what we're doing. So learning, it doesn't stop. We are still
That's right.
learning. We are still investing in what we do. So it's an ongoing thing as well, that we are grateful for. And we mentioned this in so many of our shows, but we are grateful to be in many mentoring groups. I will mention the Fine Lawrence's 100 Acre Woods, because they are so supportive of our show. Even every time we run a show, they come here, they support us, they give useful comments, and then they give us feedback after the show and tell us how we can make the show better. That's priceless to have colleagues like that. So I'll shout out to them, who I believe some of them are watching the show. And
Mhm.
that's my answer to that question.
I love that, Noah. And if you are a fitness professional watching this and wondering where can I learn more about mentoring, well, you can reach out to us. And I'm going to paste the link to Fine Lawrence 100 Acre Wood. It's a mentoring group that helps you to become a better fitness professional, helps you to upskill your skills and services. Okay. In the link to the group in our description below, hop over there, request in, and you get tons of gold mine of wisdom in there from Lawrence himself. Okay, fitness professional link will be shared on the Facebook version. Okay. I love these questions, questions like ask us more about business and fitness, So if you're watching this, if you have any questions about fitness, business, marketing, I don't know, Noel, I know he's good in Facebook ads, perhaps this is time to drop some of these unique questions and we'll try our best to answer you. If we can't, we will lead you to other resources who can better help you with your